Welcome back. So in case you've just joined us, this is Showbiz, and I mentioned earlier that I'll be chatting with China, a fashion stylist and artist. China, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Moses. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so now, the fashion industry in Zambia, how is it doing at the moment?
I would say it has grown tremendously.
Okay.
You have people taking up the passion, they're growing in the interest of it. So you have a lot of people giving competition to us guys, keeping us on our toes like that. Yeah.
Nice. Now, I'm looking at fashion styling. This is something that people did not consider back in the days, you know, but I feel like with technology, with how the world has become dynamic, you know, there's a whole lot of change and flexibility in people. So now, where do you get your jobs, you know? How do you get your jobs, rather?
I would say consistency. You're always make your marketing, market yourself,
So it's about content creation for yourself?
Basically, yeah.
And then they probably get to see your works online?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what do you call yourself? Are you a celebrity stylist, a personal stylist?
I'm not sure I would take that title, but okay, sure.
Okay. And how long have you been doing styling?
5 years.
For 5 years?
Yes.
Okay. So looking at the 5 years, how has it been? Let's say maybe from the beginning, how was it like to now that you're now even getting gigs?
It was always me trying to figure myself out and my fashion sense and what I was really drawn to. I wanted to be a master of one thing, yes, but as time went by and clients' demands, I tend to have evolved seemingly. I was more of the formal clothing guy, always dressed up, tie and whatnot, but then the client's demands made me evolve that. Went into casual outfits and formal casual, semi-casual.
Like you are dressed right
now.
Yeah. Okay, so now you talked about fashion sense. What is your sense of style? Do you have a signature look? Do you have maybe a niche? How would you describe your sense of style to a point where if somebody was to see any body of work out there, they would easily tell to say, oh, that is China's work?
I would say, like I was saying, is I used to be drawn to the formal side, but I get bored so quick. I get so bored with my look.
Yes.
So I switch it up. I love color.
Yeah.
I know I'm maybe wearing black right now, but I really love color.
Color blocking.
So yeah, I just play around with color. Make you look flashy with bright colors and whatnot, but not over eccentric and whatnot.
No, nice. So apart from fashion styling, you are also tell me about your other forms of your creative arts. You draw. I know you draw. You paint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just tell me about that.
Well, I have been drawing all my life. I would say I've been drawing all my entire life.
So now that is what's inborn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm more inclined to that even more than fashion.
More than fashion?
Yes. So, but then also, on a professional level, about 7 years to a point where people can actually buy my artwork and whatnot. 7 years also. So
there is no inspiration that brought about you being an artist?
It's a gift. It's a talent. It's a God-given gift.
So now I'm trying to understand how you incorporated that with fashion. Is there a connection anywhere, or these are two different things?
Oh yeah, most def. I do this type of it's called mixed media art. Okay. So what I do is I paint or I draw, then I add fabric. Let's say chitenge fabric on the art piece. Add that just to have it look real, like 3D art. So that's art and the fashion.
Mentioning of mixed media art.
Okay.
Tell me about the collaboration you did with Mampi, the Queen Diva. I think I saw something like that in the Inner Your Heart music video.
Yeah.
Just tell me about it. How did that happen?
Okay, so funny story. Mampi used to be my neighbor. So
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, she used to be my neighbor. So before I moved, I used to showcase my artwork in a certain road.
Yeah.
So she would see that each time she's driving in and driving out.
Yeah.
So she called me up one day saying, I see your work and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I would like you in my video and whatnot. So that's how that came about.
Ah, nice, interesting, because that was very, very, very much interesting. And now, do you think art in Zambia has the deservingly support at the moment? Or do you think maybe we still have a long way, or do you think maybe the government has to step in?
I think there's always room for growth. There's always definitely room for growth.
Yeah.
And I would say this. For me, it's a far-fetched picture. In the sense that if art or any type of creative education could start from the beginning, like when you're in primary school, when you're in grade school, or baby class and whatnot, that would be amazing, because as we grow, you would have developed fully and you wouldn't have to be, at least my age, or go through certain things and struggle like that.
But I think I've seen courses like art and music at Evelyn Horn College. I think those guys have what it takes to, take the art industry even further. Because I see them playing different instruments. I see them creating different forms of art, but mostly I think they're inclined more to teaching than going their own separate ways from education. So I don't know, what's your take on that?
I think it's always how far do you want to go? How far do you want to go?
It's about how you vision yourself.
The vision and what's the pressing on yourself, or what kind of pressure do you put on yourself?
Feeling the urge.
Exactly.
Okay. And what are some of the measures? What do you think are some of the measures government should put in place in order to just improve the art industry in Zambia?
Well, like I was saying, just improve their facilities, give them more equipment, support them, build a hub or something. Just encourage them, because art and fashion have the capability of pushing Zambia to many limits, and
exactly.
we could export that also. We could trade.
Yeah. So I'm going to take you a little bit back to fashion styling. Tell me about your head wraps and hairstyles, because I think I see different colored head wraps and hairstyles. Like you are rocking that bun right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So just tell me about that.
Like I said, I get really bored.
Yeah.
It's
about what's interesting.
I'm looking myself in the mirror and I'm like, what is a bunch? You don't look sharp, my guy. You look the same.
You don't want to look ordinary.
Exactly. So a bit eccentric. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me put a chitambala around my waist. Let me put it around my
anything that makes you feel good.
Exactly. Just have that.
Now let's talk about Zambia and being a typical, when it comes to people that have a PhD syndrome, the pulling down syndrome. There is you that is so creative, and how is it like moving in the streets out there, having a head wrap or a man bun? And have you ever encountered a situation where people actually find it a problem?
Not necessarily finding it a problem, I would say, but
commenting.
Yes, the commentary is there, and more on the negative side, because they have a certain view of how a person ought to look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's never about a person's freedom. It's about
what
culture
they feel is right.
Yeah,
because our culture says this.
Exactly. So I'm glad I tend to face them, because I'm free in my clothing. I tend to be free each time I'm looking good and whatnot, or I feel I'm looking good.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters for me.
Oh, great. And now, still talking about challenges, what are some of the other challenges that you have encountered in your art business, in your fashion business? Have you encountered any, maybe a situation where you feel like just giving up? You know, there are no clients, this is not working. You know, maybe let me just put in the towel and just do something else.
I think with that is, to be honest, it's got everything to do with you than it has to do with the external surrounding or your environment. Each time, yes, you have moments where you don't have clients coming in. You'd rather see that as a moment to build yourself, to learn something new, learn a new craft, better yourself. So as you tend to do that, you change your focus and your vision to that. You better yourself and you widen your range of whatever craft you do. So you can widen your net through that.
Okay. So talking about widening your net now, do you because I believe most of your gigs come from the creative industry, films, music videos, but do you also maybe extend that creativity maybe to just regular people, like ordinary people, in a way you just get to style an ordinary person going for work?
That I have not done yet. I would really, that's a good idea actually. But with on the art side of it, is I love talking to people, especially I'm gonna be blunt about this and say this is a God-given gift, both even including my fashion side of life. Is everything is given to me by God. So I'm trying to encourage the next person to always just, hey, focus on your God-given gift. Know what you were born to do and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, great. So now maybe you can just tell me about your next upcoming projects.
That, as it has not been finalized yet. But I would say I have an upcoming gig, of course. I'll be doing set design, which I have never done. But
okay. How did you get that gig, and how do you intend on pulling it off?
It's because of my artworks. Yes, because of my artworks. So I'm being asked, okay, which art pieces would look nice at this in a certain
I think
room.
it's something that you can easily pull off.
Yeah, def. So yeah, there's that, and what else? No, I think for now,
For now, you can't reveal the
No,
rest.
I cannot.
Okay, but we'll look out for your work. Obviously, that is coming in due time. And lastly, do you have any words of encouragement to young people or maybe other fellow creatives that may be watching us right now? Just look at the camera and just give them a word of encouragement.
I really need to breathe for this one. Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier, is you were created to do something here on earth by God. So seek your creator, ask of him what you were created to do. Because if you end up doing anything else, if you stoop so low, I heard a man say, if you stoop so low as to being a king when God intended you to be a janitor, then you'd have failed your purpose. So know what God created you to do. Seek your passions, pursue them, and you'll be helping out the next person also. So basically.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, China, for coming through.
Thank you so much, Moses.
I really had a good time. I've enjoyed the interview and I've learned a lot about styling. Can't wait for you to style me, probably, on this very show.
I appreciate it. Sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, and that is all we had for you today on Showbiz. That was China. I hope you've learned one or two things. Do not sleep on your God-given talents. Try out as many things as you can. So be sure to catch us again next week. Same place, same time, same face. I've been your host, Moses Bwalya. So from me and the entire crew, it's goodbye.